Hello, this is Jamaica 5288, and today we're going to make pizza crust. But before we do that, please like and subscribe. So I'll wait. All right, let's get on with it. So we're gonna make pizza today, and the first thing we're gonna start doing is the crust because it takes the longest. So what your ingredients are is 1/3 cup, I got my recipe here, 1/3 cup of water, 1/2 teaspoon of sugar, and 1 pack of yeast. Now we're gonna let that sit for about 5 to 7 minutes. Then we're gonna need 2 cups of flour, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 1/2 teaspoon of sugar. Whisk together, and then we're gonna put it all together, and y'all will see what we're gonna do from there. But first, we're gonna start with our 2/3 of water, warm water. Get it from the tap or boil it a little bit. Let it get down to where you can put your finger in it. You want it warm, but you don't want it extra hot because it'll kill the yeast. Then we're gonna take a whole pack of active dry yeast. Put that in there. And you think I would have had my teaspoons out? No. Then we need 1/2 teaspoon of sugar, and all I have is brown sugar, so that's what I'm gonna use. Let's see here. That's 1/4. That's a whole. Missing my 1/2 teaspoon, so I'm gonna do 2 of these. The sugar is just gonna feed the yeast. That's 1. That's 2. So that's 1/2 teaspoon of sugar. So I'm gonna mix that together a little bit. The yeast is gonna start eating the sugar, and I'll see you all in 5 to 7 minutes, probably 7 minutes. While our yeast and our sugar and our water are doing this thing, we're gonna get our dry ingredients together. So we need 2 cups of flour. Oh, this is not gonna work out well for me. Can't get the cup in there. So, let me move y'all down so y'all can see what I'm doing. Sorry, y'all. All right. So I'm just putting 2 cups of flour into a bowl. I'm being careful because I don't want to make a mess. And I did anyway. So that's 1 cup. It's about 1 cup. That's 2 cups. On to the next. And I gotta get 3/4 teaspoon of sugar. So I'm using my smallest one. Which one is this? That's 1/4. So I'll do not quite a teaspoon of sugar. You know how I am with measurements. That looks like 3/4 to me, doesn't it to you? And then I'm gonna do 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Salt. I'll use this one. I don't want too much salt in there. See, something told me not to do it over the bowl. Okay, we're gonna mix this together. Get all these things out of my way. You need those, but I'm gonna put this stuff up. Trying to be fancy with this thing. They say to use a whisk, but I can't find my whisk. I don't think I have one. I have to buy one. That may have been one of the things that I gave to Goodwill. You end up being sorry. Doing a spring cleaning. Apparently I did it too well or overdid it. I saw a whisk at the Dollar Tree, so Let me let y'all see me. I saw whisk at the Dollar Tree, so I should be okay. I should be okay. I should be able to get one for $1.25. So, okay, making sure the sugar is in this bowl. Sugar is incorporated, especially since it's brown sugar. It's not as granulated as white sugar. Okay, got that mixed up. Move this to the side and go and get something to wipe this counter down. So let me go and get my big board because we're going to make a dough. Which way is up? Anyway. So our yeast has fermented for approximately 7 minutes. I'm gonna pour, which one do I want to do? Since this has a lid, I'm gonna pour the dry ingredients in with the wet. Stop that. Stop it. Put my flour in and assimilate having a mixer. Can y'all see me? Can you see the flour? That's what I want you to see. So because I've been out in the garden, even though my hands are clean, I'm going to go ahead and put some gloves on so I can knead this dough. Where are my gloves? Shoo-be-doo-be-doo. Fly me to the moon. I get these various songs go through my head. I don't know if I'm the only one. I hope I'm not. Let me swing among the stars. Now, isn't it strange that I'm making pizza crust and I'm singing Frank Sinatra's song? Sinatra, sorry, I didn't say his name right. I promise you I didn't mean to do that. That's just what pizza reminded me of, Frank Sinatra. Okay, so I'm gonna get this dough together. This one is a lot easier than the other two that I've done, or three that I've done so far. I'm just gathering up all of the extra. Trying to pick up all of the extra from my little plastic bowl. This bowl is, I'm getting my money's worth out of this bowl. The bowl is like, what the heck is going on? I wasn't made to endure this. This is not what I was made for. A storage bowl. I'm not a mixing bowl. So I have the dough. Making sure I get this thing incorporated. I need some flour. Now was another thing about New York. We had the pizza parlor down the block. We get pizzas, Zippolis, cannolis. What else? Baked ziti. I like the pizza, and I like the baked ziti. What else did I used to get? Oh, what was that one that they flipped over? I can't remember. I used to buy that in Germany all the time. It was basically a stuffed pizza. Oh my God, it was so freaking good. I buy it here, but it's not the same. Those were real Italians in Germany. Migrated to Germany, but they were the real deal. They had the wood oven. You could see it from the glass window. You could see the wood oven and them sticking it in there. New York, they usually have the metal ones. They look at electric or gas, but they're not, you can't see no fire in New York most of the time. At least not the ones I went to. I was going to the, local neighborhood pizza parlor in New York. Or the one that I passed along when I was coming from school. All right, so the dough is done. Form into a ball. Oh, I made a mistake. Form into a ball. And I'm going to put some olive oil in this bowl. I'm almost out of olive oil. I got to go to Costco. I'm not happy about that. Okay, I'm going to pour some olive oil over this ball of dough. I ain't wasting nothing. I'm going to rub it in and make it love. The oil and the dough are going to love each other. And then I am going to let it rest. Let me get a lid. And I am going to let it rest until it doubles in size. So that'll be about 20, 30, as long, I don't know. Right now, it looks like this. I'm not coming back till it's like this. So I'll see you then. I'll tell you how much time it takes in the next frame, all right? Well, my dough has doubled. I put it on top of the fridge and it's been about 30, 35 minutes. Depending on the temperature at your house, it will depend on how fast it doubles. See? So, I need to get myself together. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to poach some tomatoes. For those of us who are in the city, we thought that we could use spaghetti sauce. But the difference, I'm going to poach 2 of them. So let me go ahead. And what I'm doing is I'm making an X in the bottom of the tomato, okay? And I'm going to stick it in the water for a quick second. I got another bowl with some ice in it to stop the cooking process. I'm going to poach it so I can get this skin off. All right? I got my oven already preset to 425 for the pizza crust. This is not going to take us long. So I'm letting it boil for a little while, get that skin get soft so it can come off. It's just going to take me a second. Not yet. Not yet, not yet. Let the hot water do its thing. It's on crack, so I know this is ready. Take that, put it in cold water, and its partner should be ready too. Let it sit there for a second more. All right, take this one out too. All I want to do is get this skin off, so I'm turning that off. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grate some mozzarella cheese, and look at this. Look at that. I'm just going to throw this one out. That's why I preserve cheese. All right. Get a new one, Jamaica. Get a new one. Don't get upset. You have more than one. All right, here we go. Fresh bar. Fresh cheese. I don't know what I'm gonna have to do. Freeze it. I think I'm just gonna I'm gonna dip it I'll check to see if I can dip mozzarella. I should be able to. So, the reason why I buy block cheese is because in order for the cheese at the store to not coagulate, they put some kind of plastic or preservative on it. And I don't want that. I also don't want mold. I told you about the mold, which is why I learned to preserve cheese. So, getting enough on here. Don't want any plastic, so I'm rolling it down. I think about a half a bar will be good. We'll see. We will see. Now I already have my pizza stone in there. And I used to have a one of those pizza oven sleeves to put in there, but I don't have that anymore, so I'm gonna have to improvise. Don't ask me how. I'm thinking about it as we speak. I think I also have a pizza tray in the bottom of the cabinet, so. All right, I'm cutting my nails off. Did I cut it? No, just nicked myself. So you see how this sticks together? That's how you know, that's how you know that they spray it, because it's regular cheese sticks together. So I think I have enough cheese. Let me put that in a bowl. If I don't have enough, I'll just do some more. I think that's enough though. Pretty sure that's enough. Let me get another bowl. I'll take my tomatoes. And I'm gonna pull the skin off. Then I'm gonna crush the rest of it. So, got my tomatoes here. And see, the skin is already coming off. Let me move this cheese out the way. I don't want to get it wet. See, the skin just comes off. You peel it like an onion. See how it comes off? No problemo. Make sure I get all the skin. And then throw it in the trash bowl. And get this out of here. Crack it out. Cut this. And then let me cut this up a little bit. I think I'm gonna blend it. I need to make it into a sauce. I don't think that blender's too big. Let me get a smaller blender. Get this one, peel it off. This is the difference. This one is not done. Put it in the water for a little bit more longer. This is the difference between regular pizza that you make at home and the pizza that you get from there. They use fresh tomatoes and make their own tomato sauce, not potato. So I'm gonna get my blender and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have my blender out, the smaller one. And I gotta get this thing together. Oh, it went on quite nicely for me this time. I cut up the tomato a little bit, but this thing is not on. Okay, no wonder it went on quick, because I didn't get it down in there. Now it's gonna give me the business. It's gonna give me the, there we go. All right. So I'm gonna put a little bit of flavor in here. It's just tomato sauce, straight tomato sauce, nothing else. I gotta put some seasoning in there though. So I need to find some Italian seasoning, huh? I got a little bit of oregano, I got a little bit of garlic, and I need some salt and maybe a little bit of pepper. Salt and a little bit of pepper. All right, oregano. I'm just gonna put what I think is enough because I don't know. So I'm just gonna wing it. Maybe a 1/4 teaspoon. There we go, oregano. Garlic. And of course, I'm gonna do a little taste test. Ooh, I put a lot of garlic in there, but that's all right. I like garlic. Black pepper. Just a little bit. And some salt. Y'all don't need to see what's in there. My secrets are out. I'm put, I don't know, 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Let me mix it together and take a taste test. Believe it or not, this is what makes all the difference, doing it yourself versus using spaghetti sauce. Because spaghetti sauce is not for pizza, it's for spaghetti. I remember when we were kids, we used to try to make Sicilian pizza out of French bread, just like, kind of like they did, because they made their own dough. Never came out right. A little bit more salt. Put a little bit more garlic. And you know, I want to put some onion powder in there too. Where's my onion powder? Right there in front of me. Seems like I use the same things over and over again. Onion powder is vicious. It just comes right on out. Okay, let's mix this up. And see what it tastes like. You see I'm just dripping it in my hand? A little bit more salt. That should do it. And because I'm extra and I like things hot and spicy, I'm gonna put some pepper flakes on here. I'm not gonna put it in the sauce, but I'm gonna put it on the pizza for sure. That's good. All right, let me wash my hands. All right, here we go. So I got wet hands. Do I have a dish rag in here? I just did laundry. No. Oh, Lord Jesus. All right, y'all didn't see that. I had to go in my dryer and get my dish rag. We are extra special here. Extra special. All right. So I do have a pizza pan that I did not give away. Right here. So the difference between this and this is the taste. This is for spaghetti. That is homemade pizza sauce. And that's why the pizza at the pizza parlor tastes a whole lot better than what we get at home. So do that extra step, and you'll trust me. You'll you'll remember what me said, or what, speak English. Remember what I said. Or speak American English. That's what I should be saying. You remember what me said. All right, I'm gonna wipe that down, put it to the side. Here we go with this pizza dough. Look how it's expanded. I need to flour the board. And I'm gonna put some gloves on. You didn't see that. You didn't see that. All of these things, life that's happening while I'm filming. Cheese that turned green on me. Well, anyway, can't have it all. I might edit that out. Too late, I already talked about it, huh? Might as well leave it there. That cheese is not old either, just turned green. All right, so got the gloves on. Gloves will give me business because my hand was wet. Spread that out. All right, so I'm gonna punch it down, like they say. Punch it down. Make it into a ball. Smash it out. Now, I'm going to try to do like them guys that I saw at home. I don't want to drop it though. So I'm going to keep on going around. It's not going to be a perfect circle because, hey, I'm not Italian. I ain't going to pretend to be Italian. I was only raised around them. But I ain't learned how to do this. So I'm just trying to do the best I can to get this thing stretched out. Might even get a rolling pin. I can't do that. There might be Italian people watching me. No, she didn't. She didn't mess it up, man. Jesus. What do they say? Jesus Christ. You guys need to know how to do this stuff. They're going to look at this and say, she definitely ain't one of us. Nope. She ain't got a speck of Italy in her. I'm just trying to get it to look halfway decent. This is a homegrown channel. This is a homemade channel. All right, let me see. They take it like that, and I'm getting holes in it. They say if you get holes in it, just pinch it. Act like it never happened. Act like it never happened. I never could figure out how they got it. So I guess it's years of practice with them doing it all the time. How they get it perfectly circular, and they do it in front of you. They doing it by hand for sure. I used to watch them, amazed. I was like, how is he doing that? There's always the man there. Very few. I've never seen an Italian woman in an Italian restaurant doing the pizzas. I've always seen the men. Always the men who had the pizza parlors. All right, I'm making holes. All right, now that I've got it, fill my holes in. Now that I've got it pretty much how I want it, don't judge me. Don't judge me. Oh. Stick these in my hole. I'm going to stick holes in the in the dough. After I fill in these holes that I made, I'm pulling it too hard on one side. One day, move that out your way. One day I'll get it completely circular. Not today. Pizza's like, you lied to them. They could see that I'm almost a square. Help me, somebody, help me. All right, so I'm gonna put it on the pan. Try to get it up without ripping it up. I'll put it on the pan. Move my board out the way. I got flour everywhere, on the floor everywhere. I'm gonna have to mop. I've done pizza, this particular pizza recipe before, so I know it's worth the time. It's just that I'm a perfectionist and I don't like seeing holes. In my dough. So I'm gonna take the corners and pull them out. Just like a pie crust, I'm pinching the ends, making sure I don't get any doughy bottom. I want the bottom flat and crisp. That's how they have them in New York. Flat. New York pizzas are crisp on the bottom. All right. Keep on saying all right, and then I find another high point. I'm like, it's not all right. It's not all right. It's not okay. Got to do it right or don't do it at all. All right, so take a fork, start poking holes in this thing. Holes that I want and holes that I don't want. They look totally different. Fill that in. Although I don't remember the pizza parlors at my house doing that. I'm doing it because the recipe said so. Apparently I did it last time and it worked. So you don't put a lot of sauce on here. You just put enough to coat the bottom. Okay, then I'm going to take my cheese and I'm going to spread it liberally. Don't skimp on the cheese, so if this is not enough, I'm going to grind up some more, and it's not. So, get my packet of cheese out, get my grater out. Man, still not enough for me. Okay, put it in my oven at 425. I've already preheated the oven. Smoking! Woo! And I am gonna leave it in there for about 15 minutes and then I'll be right back with you guys, okay? Okay. Cleaning my countertop. The timer went off. I set it for 12 minutes, not 15, because I want to check it. And I wanted to try to transfer it to the pizza stone. It looks like it's done. I only had it in there for 12 minutes. So let me do another check. Pull this thing out so y'all can see what I got working here, what we're working with. 15 minutes is too long, apparently. 12 minutes is better. Look at that. I made my own pizza. I made my own pizza. What is it? Like Eddie Murphy said, I got some ice cream. I got some pizza. I got some pizza. And it looks good. Let me check the back bottom before I show off. Let me close this up. Heat is leaving the oven, and I might need that heat. Let me check the bottom to make sure it's crisp on the bottom. That's where it counts. Let me see. Feels like it is. Ooh, hot. Enferme. Check. I'm put it back in there. It looks too doughy on the bottom for me, but this time instead of putting it on the pizza pan, I'm putting it on my pizza. I have a pizza stone in here. I've had it for a long time. I should be embarrassed to show it to you, but that's a pizza stone right there. I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna slide it on my pizza stone so they can crisp up on the bottom. Put this, push this back in. Set my timer for 3 minutes. And I'll be back unless you want to see me wipe down this counter, because that's what I'm doing. Getting all of this debris up off the counter. We don't want any unwanted visitors, do we? And I got my paprika out. You know, doing things on your own versus going out there and buying ready-made stuff. First of all, the homemade stuff most of the time tastes better than the store-made brand. And I don't know how much a pizza costs now. It was $10 for a decent pizza a couple of years ago because I don't buy it. And I don't know what it is now. I gotta go to the supermarket and look, but I'm sure it's about $12, $15, if not more. So, I already had the flour, I already had the tomatoes, I already had the mozzarella, salt, sugar, thyme. Thyme is the thing. A lot of people don't like to wait, but you put it up on top of your refrigerator, that dough is super easy. Put it up on top of the refrigerator and it expands really quick. Really, it seemed like, and just like that, it was bubbling up. So, and yeast, of course. How much would that cost you? I think that pizza cost me maybe $2, $3. Do it yourself. Anyway, I've been running my mouth. Let me see how much time I got on this clock. A minute and a half. You look in there, make sure I'm not burning it up. And I'm gonna wipe this down. Let me go ahead and get this thing out of here. It's been about 2 minutes. I'm gonna give it 10 more seconds. Oh. I'm in love. I'm in love. Love. I know. Y'all don't know this one. The way I feel about you. All right. Here we go. I get this because I don't have my other one. I think I gave that to Goodwill also. Let me open this thing up a little bit. Okay. Fall into the oven. turn that off, close this back up without burning myself up. And there we have it. Homemade pizza. Homemade pizza by Jamaica. I hope you all enjoyed this video and I hope you try this. I got flour all over me like a real baker. Look at that. Chain, chain, chain. Chain of fools. You hear that, crispy? For 5 long years, I thought you were the man. I know it's not straight. But I found out I'm just a link in your chain. You got me where you want me. See that? Look at that. Look at that. I ain't nothing but your fool. You treated me mean. Oh, oh, you treated me cruel. And you know how New Yorkers do it? We don't use a fork and a knife, and we don't just sit there and do like this. We fold it in half, like that. And that's how you eat a New York pizza. This is Jamaica 5288. I'm burning my mouth. I hope you enjoyed this. Do your own toppings. I just did a regular pizza. And it's good. I'll see you later. Bye.